Hi there, Daniel from Learning on Demand English here, and I'm here with the next video, the curious relationship between letters, and here I have F and P. You would not think that F and P are related, and yet they are. If I take the word father, in English that's a very simple word, and I migrate that across languages, I can see that it ends up being a P. For example, in Greek and in Latin and even in Sanskrit, which is actually where the word father originated from all those years ago. Patar became pater, became pater, became father. Eventually, over a lot of time, and if you don't believe me, look at French, père. If you look at Spanish, padre. There are lots of examples of where the F in English has been migrated to a P in these other languages. And a lot of these words explain themselves when we look at the adjective formation. So father in an adjective form becomes paternal. And there are several other examples of these connections that exist. F and P are very closely related, and a linguist would look at that and see there is this connection between these words. It's a way of kind of using DNA evidence to try and find the origin of words. That's what a lot of anthropologists and linguistic historians do for a job, and what a great job they do. But in terms of understanding this, it's very easy to understand that if we have one, then if we're converting to another language or another part of speech, we may well need to use F and P. And in fact, that shows itself up in the usage of the PH at the beginning of many Greek origin words, such as philosophy. And when we convert that, we actually have it in many other languages as an F instead of the PH sound. And one interesting side note with PH and F is that in the American scientific community, there is a movement to try and change a lot of the PH words to F. It's happened with sulfur. Used to be spelt with PH, dominated by the British scientific community, which was influenced by the Greek. But nowadays, it's much more common to see sulfur with an F, S-U-L-F-U-R. Things like sulfide and sulfate follow on from that. So it will be fascinating to see how far that goes. Will words like phosphorus eventually change? They may well. Will words like philosophy change as well? Very possibly. Photography is another word that is very prime at some point to change from a PH to an F. I'll talk a little bit more about why language changes in another video, but for now, I'm Daniel from Learning on Demand English. Any questions or comments, any suggestions for the next video, get in touch, let me know. See you then.